Hey everyone, Brianna Strunk with the Pocono Television Network here. We're at Great Wolf Lodge, one of our indoor water park resorts here in the Poconos, where a major expansion and renovation is about to be announced. It's the largest in this property's history. Those multi-million-dollar changes will be seen inside and around the resort, so let's learn more about it.
Hi, on behalf of my PAC and everybody here, first we want to welcome each and every one of you. And I know everyone's busy, the world is kind of crazy, so taking the time just to come out here to do this with us means a lot to us, so thank you very much. What I wanted to do first is kind of just give you a quick overview of what we're going to do here and why, and what, pretty much a run a show. So myself, Senator Scavello, and Chris Barrett, President and CEO of the PMVB, are going to speak to you a little bit today. From there, we're going to invite some of you, you know who you are already, up to do a groundbreaking with the shovels here. After that, we will have our leader of the PAC, we won't say who that is yet, here with us, and also many photo opportunities for everybody at that time. After that, media will stay with me or come with me, or whether there's interviews with any of us or immediate tours, and everybody here, our guest, will go inside to a reception area, which is one of our newer areas, and we have Jim Roberti, you all know him, playing a little bit background music and a taste of a little bit of a new restaurant concept that I'm not supposed to tell you until here, that you'll try a little bit. So that's what's happening, okay? I wanted to start before we talk about what's right behind us, but that we opened, for most of you, or if not all of you know, we opened in 2005. And we immediately immersed ourselves into the community, which was really important for us and the culture of Great Wolf Lodge, but also the community was really immersed in everything that we were doing here. And I think that's a really, really big part for the destination and all of the community of what everybody does for businesses that come in, especially a business like ours and the magnitude of ours in 2005. So there was so much support, and I think a lot of our success is owed to each and every one of you that are here and community all the way around to help us get to where we are. Every single year, what we wanted to try and do is create every year just a little something different for the guest experience. So we're always thinking about what we could add. In 2010, we added the world's first double barrel drop. So every other year, there was some sort of guest modification or enhancement that we could, at least the guests that are coming back could say, oh, wow, look what else they have, et cetera. About 3 years ago, we did it big. We had our first, believe it or not, renovation of guest rooms. So 401 guest suites that we have here, we renovated all of them. In food and beverage, we added Dunkin' to our brand. In attractions, we added Oliver's Mining and Mirror Maze, which Jason, I'm not appropriately saying the right word, but that's what it is, and you'll experience that today. That was in our attractions. And then in retail, we added Build-A-Bear and bulk candy. And remember, our demographic is 2 to 12, and that was probably a huge, huge success because when you give candy to kids. I don't have to say any more about that. The end of last year, what we did is we have our brand's own Magic Quest, which is a scavenger hunt. It's an interactive scavenger hunt that you go through these journeys and these trails throughout our resort. It's immersed in our resort. We upgraded that as a company, and it's all brand new. So you're going to get a chance to see that a little bit again today, and we'll have some wands for you, and if you want to take a tour and try some of it, but it's incredible. The graphics, it's like a live video scavenger hunt, so it's incredible. It's just our own, and everybody loves it. It takes about 4 to 6 hours for us to complete, and about 2 hours for our kids to complete, just want to say. And then that brings me to today, why we're here. And so we have, the highlight is construction, shovels, et cetera, and our grand opening for our villas. And we're going to call them the Woodland Villas. You'll have information about this. So the Woodland Villas. Right in this area here where we are, there'll be 10 buildings, 30 private 3-bedroom suites, each 1,500 square feet with huge live-in space and their own private outdoor space for each villa. So just all in this area. So really, really excited about that. It's the first in our brand, or one of our other properties have done something a little bit similar, but for our brand, this is it. This is the first in North America for us, and we're really, really excited about it. One of the things that we were thinking about it is not only is it more of an exclusive area, but multi-generational, family or friends or big groups of people, you'll be able to come and stay in one of those suites. They also have adjoining doors where you could literally have even more room for big families. Some of the things that typically doesn't happen in our resorts is length of stay is a little bit shorter, but this will give folks like that an opportunity to stay a little bit longer with us too. So we'll talk more about that, but just wanted to share that's like the big highlight that we're doing. However, there's more, there's so much more that we're doing right now, and we wanted to share that with you. Our grand lobby, I'm sorry. The villa will have a lobby area right to the north end of our hotel right here, its own entrance and lobby, and there's been activities, et cetera. And so some specialty things for a villa guest, an outdoor patio, et cetera, for some villa guests. We'll have our characters be able to do some special events out over here. However, they also could be immersed in the entire hotel and everything else we have to offer. In addition to the villas, we're expanding our grand lobby. We're literally, that guy, is literally moving it all, and other people in this room are moving it all the way out. And we will redesign our arrival experience and our front desk, so updated and brand new from an arrival experience standpoint. And we are adding an additional, this is a big woohoo for us, an additional restaurant, new restaurant concept design, which will be a 220-seat a la carte restaurant bar. So when you walk in, when we'll do this on the tour, you'll see a big, huge restaurant on the right, our front desk area on the left, big grand lobby all pushed out, more of a driving path as you can kind of come in, so the whole arrival experience kind of really feels good. It's not cramped. As we continue to go in, our existing restaurant, which is a buffet restaurant, we're going to completely redesign that. After this restaurant opens. As restaurateurs, you know that you want to have a restaurant for people to eat at. So we're not going to do them both at the same time, but that is going to happen. From there, there's other things that are actually happening right now. So when you tour with us, you'll see we have a pizza shop called Hungry as a Wolf. We're expanding that and enhancing it. We have an ice cream shop that we're expanding and enhancing. We have a burger shop that we're expanding and enhancing. And then we have a huge kiddie pool that much larger than it looks when there's water in it, but it's under construction right now. You'll get to take a sneak peek at it, but we're adding splash pads and activities and really kind of redesigning that because again, you know, our demographic being really, really small, this is a great area for parents with either splash pad areas and little kiddie slides that they can kind of really enjoy. What else? Just kidding. There's a lot going on. When we tour, we will be happy to kind of drill through and dig through all of these specific areas to tell you a lot more about that. But what I wanted to really do right now is introduce our next speaker. And again, all of you have been very instrumental in the success of our property. And this gentleman, which I know needs no name mentioned, but I will mention, Senator Mario Scavello, has been a huge, huge advocate and help for not only our lodge, but the destination, Monroe County, et cetera. So without further ado, Senator Scavello, I'd like to come up and say a few words. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. You know, I was chair of county commissioners back in 2002, and you talk about defining moments for this community. Back then, Mount Airy Lodge was boarded up. There was nobody looking at coming to our area. There was no new growth at all. So we get invited, and Chuck had that whole thing, and Bob Ugasini was there at the Smuggler's Cove. And when I saw this, I said, oh my gosh, what this is going to mean for this area. And this was the start of what else is here, because this attraction drew people here, gave Kalahari and gave Camelback that idea, and there's 3 water parks here. But one thing about our area, we had low-income wages here because there was not enough jobs. But when you get big jobs at one time, it drives the average wage up, and I've always said that. And these water parks, and especially this one here, which was the first, really helped in that regard. And right now, you can't get help. Right? You can't get help right now. And some of it is the government's fault. They got to stop sending the candy for free and letting people stay at home. It's another story for another day. But I will tell you that what you meant here is just tremendous. You know, when you talked, you didn't talk about the ski slopes. Aren't you going to put over, you know, either that or you got to do a snow tubing thing, because I think it's something. whatever. You need to come up with something. But I got to tell you all a story. Smuggler's Cove is where it started. And then from there, we went to Scott Run Diner. Since you had a little humor, I got to give a little humor. So at the Scott Run Diner, Bob Ugachoni speaking on his, I don't know if he was standing on a milk crate or something. He had all the press around him. And a gentleman comes over, and he's an American Indian. And the two guys that were selling this property, smoking $100 bills at the Smuggler's Cove, when he came over, he says, my ancestors are buried there. So Bob says, what tribe? Iroquois. So Bob says, they weren't here. So he says, well, they were passing through. We never put it together till later on. They wanted to put a casino up here. And, you know, but that was the whole idea behind it. But perfect location. I wish you guys the very best. And I know you're going to do everything firsthand. It's a family destination. It'll continue to be that. And by branching out and doing what you need, there's a huge need for what you talk about. These Airbnbs are all over the place, and you have it right here with a lot of other stuff with it. So I think it's a great idea, and I wish you guys the very best. And it's my pleasure. Anything you need, we're here for you. And Representative Brown.
We could have been here a long time if Mario started talking about all of the jokes that he has or the funny events that he had. So I really appreciate it. And your support is tremendous to all of us. So truly, thank you very much, honestly. He mentioned a name, Bob Ucasini, and I feel like I have to say it. He was the former president and CEO of the Pocono Mountains Visitors Bureau for 40 years. Way back when Senator Scavello was talking about when not only this started, but even the destination transitioned over and over again. Bob, I would like to say now that Bob pretty much handed the torch over to my next speaker. Where is he? Christopher? Oh, right there in front of me, who is Chris Barrett, who's now the president and CEO of the Pocono Mountains Visitors Bureau. But before I bring you up, I want to say that I know each and every one of you from the community can attest to what I'm going to say here, but the change and the growth and the vision that Chris and his team have done for this destination as the Pocono Mountain Visitors Bureau, and the marketing and the inclusiveness to all of them, not only the members, but to the entire destination, is bar none. It's fantastic. The demand in this destination is what allows us to do what we're doing here and others to continue to do it here. And there is enough to go around. So we couldn't be more happy and proud to partner with the PMPB and you, Chris, and your team that I'm looking at. So thank you. Without further ado, Chris Barrett.
Good morning. Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here today to impart a few words. And Bob Ucasini's name was mentioned, and he's 86 years old. He did want to be here today. He's actually on a sunny beach in Florida, enjoying retirement. So I know he would be thrilled to see how far this has come and the next place that this property is really going to go. Now, I had so many comments to make, but Gary was here. I didn't realize that, so now I have to change everything. But the one thing I really want to say, and Senator Scavello touched on this a little bit, I really want to speak to everybody here involved with this organization directly. I totally credit you with a turnaround in this destination, because I was in Hershey at the time, and I can tell you that this destination was in decline. There's no question. It was unfortunate, but one of the things that really sets this destination apart is the vision of a certain group of people who see it for much more, of what it can be and what it is. And Great Wolf Lodge, I know for a fact, this is so direct, started what's happening in our destination right now. So with world-class attractions. So this attraction is world-class. There's no question about it. Kalahari is world-class. So now, and Aquatopia as well, we're on the map in a much different way than we've ever been on the map. And the piece of it I think that's most important is people continue to revisit this destination. They'll give you, they'll punch your clock once, but they'll come back if they feel like there's value. And the value here is this culture. The culture of this organization is completely different and very, very positive and family friendly, which is something that adds value to the reputation of our destination. So us as keepers of the brand, of the Pocono Mountains brand, we can't be more proud to be associated with this property and support it and all the rest of the properties here within the Pocono Mountains. Because properties like this and the vision of its leaders make our job really, really easy, Jason. So thank you. But also too, I think you heard some things that Bill said, and he really commits to the quality of what this product is. And I want to thank him because he's actually our board chair. So he has done a lot of work to really ensure that this continues. And today, this is really a big part of it. So on behalf of our board of directors and our 475 members, we're just thrilled to be able to be here to say a few words and to congratulate and thank this organization and really thank this organization for your investment in the Pocono Mountains. And I'll close by saying this. When you turn the clock back, and Mario Senator talked about it a little bit. He talked about it a little bit. He said, think about what was here in the year 2000. This property, there was nothing at this property. There was nothing at Mount Airy. There was nothing at Kalahari. The investment that's been put into this destination, I would rank it with anywhere in the country and probably in the world. I mean, there have been billions of dollars invested in tourism and hospitality in the Pocono Mountains. And I can tell you for a fact, in the 11 destinations in Pennsylvania, there has been no investment like that. So we're on an upward trajectory. And again, I would like to thank Great Wolf Lodge, its management, for investing within us again. And we hope we'll do everything we can not to let you down. So thank you for letting me say a few words, Bill.
Wow, it's exciting. At this time, we're going to do a groundbreaking. And drum roll, please, not really. But before we do that, there's somebody peeking their head in right here. And this is our true leader of the pack. And Wiley is our leader of the pack. And for those of you who don't know, our kids entertainment department is huge. And it really, really kind of is our niche. We have Wiley's BAF Violet, and a whole crew of other characters that continue to keep helping us celebrate and really entertain and involve kids' activities. So thank you, Wiley. Come on around. Before we invite everybody else up that was already talked to with shovels, we're going to ask Wiley to not trip and get all the way in the back. And then I will get back there as well. And then I think you're going to invite everybody else back up. So thank you. So to the future growth of Great Wolf Lodge Poconos, 3, 2, 1, go. Keep your heads up, everybody. Jeez. Lift your heads up. Stay there. Pose. Pose. Don't worry, this is very natural. Are we good? Keep staying? All right, good. Thank you very, very much. All right. The shovels are yours. The shovels are yours.
There you have it here from Great Wolf Lodge. Some of those updates are expected to be complete later this year, while those woodland villas are expected to start booking guests for next summer. And Great Wolf Lodge is open 7 days a week, so be sure to plan your stay. For the Pocono Television Network, I'm Brianna Strunk.